Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Stetson in a Startup. I want to thank everyone for viewing episode number 1. It was a great experience to see your feedback as well as get your questions. And that's really where I want to start this episode, is with a question I got from Eugene Clark. He wanted to know, with being a husband, a father, and an entrepreneur, what do I do to mentally check out from work? So Eugene, I do apologize, but I don't ever check out from work, but not my job, my company, my business, and this video blog. I don't ever really stop thinking about it. So I don't mentally put the pause button on my company viewer or put the pause button on this blog. I think that's an important piece. When you're living your passion, you're living your why of life, you don't ever necessarily get to put pause on it because you're always thinking about it, because it's important to you. And I think that's a key thing, especially for you, Eugene. You are a music artist. He's also known as Kennedy Rose. Check him out. But being a music artist, I'm sure you think about your music all the time. But there are things you can do for your regular job to really mentally check out of work and be prepared for when you come home. So for me, step number 1 is to mentally prepare for my family. And the way I do that is I leave work at work. I don't want to bring home any of that stress or any of those issues that I've run into that day to my family life. So in doing so, I tend to listen to a lot of personal development on my way home. So my perspective is on my family and I. And, I can really focus on my family when I do get home. So with that being said, that brings me to step number 2, which is to engage your family. Engage your wife. Engage your kids. I engage my daughter every time I get to see her. And what I mean by engage them, ask them questions, actively listen to what they're talking about. I do have a little story about this, and this is one of my steps, is to actively engage your family. Is one night when I did come home, me and my wife were having a conversation, and I was sitting there looking at my phone, asking her how her day was, and she said to me, when you're finished with your phone and you're ready to have a real conversation with me, let me know. So that brings me to step 3, and that is eliminate distractions. Do not be distracted when you're engaging with your family, because it's not really actively listening, and it's really you're acting like you don't care. And so for me, what I do to eliminate my distractions is, my big distraction, I think for most people, is your phone, is I put it in my room or put it on do not disturb so that I can really focus on my family. And I think that piece right there is very important for a lot of people, is to realize that these distractions don't really build your relationships. And I think we always want to build a relationship, whether that be a current relationship, with your wife, really grow in your relationship, or with your kids. You want to make your kids feel like that you care about them and you care about what's going on in their life. And so that's really the 3 steps that I want to give to you today. So that's step number 1, mentally prepare. Step number 2, actively engage your family. And step number 3, eliminate distractions. So I really want to end this episode with thanking a very important person that taught me this lesson, and that is my daughter, Olivia. She's been she's had an amazing impact on my life. So she's just really changed my perspective and really helped me in this area of really engaging with her and really showing her that I'm there to be with her and value the time that we spend together. So with that, I will end this episode. And as always, embrace the experience.